So this is a YouTube response to Adventures by George. I know I try to do this a lot, but he actually brings up some very good points. So if you haven't watched the latest video from Adventures by George, I absolutely recommend that you do. But I think there was a very bit of an informal thing that he said that kind of got my wheels turning. I think oftentimes we find things as content creators like things aren't working the way we want it to work, if that makes sense. So like as a content creator, we make content and we want to be seen by a lot of different eyes, a lot of different people to say, you know what, you're doing a very good job, you're doing a fantastic job, keep up the good work, keep up the hard work. And that is kind of like payment, if you want to consider it that way. Like, hey, you know what? Thank you so much for watching and thank you so much for the kind words. We appreciate it. It may not be a monetary gain, but it's 100% something that kind of keeps content creators going. Whether you see them in the parks and whether you see them, out and about, Publix perhaps. Maybe if you just leave a comment and say, you know what, you're doing a fantastic job, keep it up. If you're making all this content, you're spending all this time and editing and putting together a video and putting together a cohesive video, and then you're getting nothing for it, you're getting 50, 60 views at a time, it sucks. It sucks. And it just is demotivating for many ways. Now in Greg's situation, he has done something that a lot of people have been doing, myself included. This YouTube channel is still active, not in the way that a lot of people remember it, not in the way that a lot of people go, oh yeah, I remember, the Negro Orlando days and stuff like that. It's literally, it's changed to a lot of different things. And right now it's just more of a backup for me throwing up my TikToks. This isn't going on TikTok. This is literally YouTube exclusive. So if you're still following me on YouTube, you're literally watching this video being made. It's not going on TikTok. It's purely for YouTube. But I think there comes a time for everybody that when you feel that it's too much for you as far as like content, you should be able to have the courage and say, this isn't working for me, and then stop your channel. I know that's crazy words to say, but I feel there is a strength in saying this is not working. I'm trying to do something and it's not working, because when you change it and you change the formula, you do infinitely well. Take in consideration Adventures by George. He was doing Adventures by George. Then he changed it to Greg's Game Room, and that blows up because it's a niche audience, of course, right? Everybody likes niches. I fucking hate the word. I think it's trash. I think anybody who tells you to narrow down on a niche is talking bullshit. Talking absolute bullshit. It's fucking horrible advice. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to those people. Fuck that shit. But in this situation, he decided to change up, followed a different niche, and now he's thriving with Adventures by George. Me, I don't have a niche. I talk shit. And so now it's like, I'm going to move over to TikTok and we're going to see how well that does. And it's doing actually pretty good. It's doing actually really, really well. So you shouldn't be afraid to feel that, ending a channel is the coward's way out. Nobody should feel that way. You should feel that, hey, if something's not working, you have the strength and you have the ability to say, this isn't working for me, and I'm ready to cut losses. And I'm changing up my content as I see fit. I found that several different times in my YouTube journey, that if the Disney content wasn't working, then I'll make this content. If this wasn't working, then I'm going to make this content. If this isn't working, fuck it. And that's where I am. And so he makes a very good point. It sucks to see Adventures by George go. He's a fantastic friend of mine. He's an amazing human being. You can see him on a lot of different videos that I have on this channel. But if you're starting off on YouTube, just know this. If I haven't told you anything before, the winners are already chosen in this game. The winners are already decided. You coming into the game late, you coming into the game now, you may not be the victor. You may not be the person who wins. But you also have to understand that if you're doing this content and you're doing it for the fun of it and you're doing it because you love it, then you're going to want to stick by that. Stick by the fact that you love making content, not for the fact that you are going to get media, not the fact that you're going to get, sponsorship deals, not the fact that you're going to get money and super chats along the way. Because if you start thinking that way, you start thinking very egotistical, and it's going to fucking fail you and fuck with your brain. This shit is not a fucking game. YouTube, especially Disney YouTube, is a dog-eat-dog business, and it's fucked up. And you have to know that. But if you're not aware of that, when you get into this business, it fucking sucks. If you're getting in, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have all these subs, I'm gonna have all this much money, and I get to buy a car, and I buy all these riches. It's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna work for you. But if you do it and you love it, then nothing can fail you because you continue doing things that you love. That's the point. Keep doing things that you love and keep yourself motivated. But if you're not doing things that you love and you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the absolutely wrong reasons. And it's gonna fucking hurt when you fail. But you're not gonna fail, because what you do is that you change up your strategy, you do better, and you come back with another game of mind, another reference, and then you kick some fucking ass. So that's my advice to anybody watching. George, I love you. Greg, I love you. Keep up the hard work. I want to see you in Greg's game room. I just wanted to chime in and talk about it. Because what's YouTube if I'm not talking shit? I'm out.